Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my live videos, welcome. My name is Jackie. On my little corner of YouTube, I discuss narcissistic abuse, emotional abuse, how they both affect your brain, and trying to help people heal and recover from them and get their lives back. So if you like this type of content, please stay tuned for the rest of the video. Narcissistic abuse and emotional abuse can be really tough to go through. It is so painful and isolating, and it does not help when people don't believe the abuse happened. It can be very damaging, but sadly, this happens more often than you would think. In fact, almost all victims have experienced this. In today's video, I will be discussing why it's common for people on the outside to dismiss or invalidate your experience with a narcissist, how damaging this can be to you, and how you can validate your own experience. Narcissists are very good at painting a picture of perfection to the world, and so it's difficult for people to see them for who they really are, especially people who are the flying monkeys or people who are on the outside. You see, they have a different version of a narcissist than what they know, a different version of the narcissist than what you know. The narcissist is good at hiding who they really are. They use manipulation and gaslighting to flip things, make you look like the bad guy and make them look like the innocent angel. They paint a picture of being the perfect golden child, and people believe in that. And they want to believe in their picture of perfection. They reverse the roles, they play the victim and paint you as the bad guy. They use your faults against you to make you look bad in front of other people, and even go as far as to dog whistle you, to bait you into petty arguments with them and make you look bad as well, just to add on to damaging your image and making themselves look better. So because of this, it's really hard for people to believe that they're the ones who are the abusers, right? If they've painted this picture of being this perfect, innocent, could never harm a fly type of person, it's really hard for them to connect the dots, even if they themselves have experienced a bit of the toxic behavior that the narcissist has. The narcissist is really good at covering their tracks, and so it's hard. People don't believe it, and it's so frustrating and invalidating. You know, it's people are so quick to jump to conclusions and say, "Did you do something? Maybe did you do something wrong? Perhaps could you have?" You know what I mean? They want to shift the blame, point fingers, and ask you what part you could have played in this, or maybe you're overreacting, or maybe what didn't happen the way you thought it happened, and they come up with excuses for the narcissist. They don't even realize they're doing this, right? They're almost facilitating the gaslighting that the narcissist has done on you, because they've made you doubt yourself so many times by gaslighting you, right? And now you have people on the outside almost saying the same thing as a narcissist, making you doubt yourself, and you sit there like you question yourself a little bit. And this can be really hurtful when people don't believe you, and extremely damaging as well. I mean, on top of having the abuse happen and having your mind messed with by the narcissist, having people not believe you is almost isolating in it. And it makes you question yourself a lot too. Makes you question your experience. And it might even keep you in the relationship with the narcissist a bit longer, because if you feel like something is wrong and people are invalidating that and they're saying there's nothing to worry about, you start questioning yourself, right? Like, oh, maybe there is nothing wrong. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe, and because of thinking like that, you end up staying in that relationship a really long time. It's hard to fight not just narcissists abusing and mind games and manipulation, but also everyone else who's denying what happened. It can be extremely isolating. When the narcissist gaslights you and tries to make you doubt your own reality, it can drive you insane. when people dismiss the abuse, just further adds on to that. You internalize the beliefs that have been placed on you by the narcissist. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe, you know, XYZ, whatever the narcissist has tried to push on you. So it's something that really is, you almost have to ignore what everyone else has to say. You have to think of it this way: they didn't go through what you're going through, they cannot understand your experience, right? So you can't, and as much as we wish, and they probably will be certain people who you can turn to who might believe your experience, then go to those people. But if you know someone is most likely to dismiss you, and sometimes it could even be the closest people to you, like your mother, your sister, they completely dismiss the abuse even when they were witness to it. um, do not personalize that. I know I say this, but it's really hard to do because it can be quite hurtful. But really try not to personalize it. They haven't experienced what you have. They haven't been through the hell that you have been through. So your view, your perspective, your take on the whole situation is enough to validate it and make it real and make it a thing that happened because you lived through it. You saw who and what the narcissist really was. You experienced firsthand what their wrath can do. You know what I mean? So don't wait on people to believe you or let that weigh you down. And again, I know it's hard. I say this, it's hard to do. I myself have been through the situation where you just want someone to hear you out. You want someone to understand what you're going through. But not everyone will be able to understand. Because as someone who's been through this abuse, you've probably learned a lot about narcissism and narcissists, right? You've watched Dr. Ramani and all the people who are providing useful information, and you can see this for what it truly is. But a lot of these people out there have not. So they're still in the illusion, they're still in the manipulation, they're still being swept away by the narcissist grandiosity and the lies they spin. They're still caught in that. So do not personalize it and do not let it affect you because they don't know what you know. They haven't experienced what you have experienced. They haven't lived through what you have lived through. So don't let them, what they have to say, get to you. They're still in the narcissist trap. They're still caught in the lie. And I know when you find these things out, you want to shout it off the rooftops and you want to tell everyone and you want to tell, like, and mask the narcissist. But please do not do that. Right? You want to unmask the narcissist so that people can believe you, so that you can validate your experience more. Don't do that. It might backfire. Remember, the narcissist has put almost preparations. Right? The reason why people can't believe you is because of the lies they've already put in place to make sure that their behind is covered. No matter what happens, they've they've put all these things in place, these ideas about themselves, ideas about you. So when people, so when you go to people and you try to unmask the narcissist, very few of them will believe you or will understand what you're going through. So don't try to unmask them in front of everyone to show them who they really are. Let the narcissist show themselves. I have seen that within time, the narcissist is really good at, because of their behavior, because of the way they act, the way they dismiss people, and their grandiosity, and the way they think that they're better than everyone. Over time, it's people start to see who they really are anyway, and they get to a point where they isolate, they hurt, abuse, and isolate from the people that could have actually given them any sort of love. So they end up being alone in a sense. So, and because people see who they really are and what they're about. And so people start distancing themselves slowly, 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 slowly. So, because it just becomes insufferable being around them, some of them, it gets, especially the malignant narcissists. So they tend to reveal themselves, especially in this era, in this day and age, where a lot of people are learning a lot more about narcissists and what this is. Um, I feel like they will reveal themselves. You just need to, especially as well with the lies they spread, right? They start telling lies about you and what you've done, this, that, and the other. It makes people look at them funny as well, you know? I read somewhere that if you say spread negativity about someone, people almost judge you and look at you in that light. The same way as if you spread positivity about someone, people will look at you in a positive light. So they almost synonymous with that. So they reveal themselves. But I think what you should do, stop waiting for them to be revealed and everyone to see who they really are. Focus on yourself, focus on your recovery, your healing, focus on distancing yourself, trying to get back your life back, trying to get your identity back, jumping back into who you really are and what you're supposed to do with your life, and creating as much distance from them as possible. And so surround yourself with people who believe and support you. It's always great to have people that you can trust. And if you feel like you have no one in your life who you can rely on, who will believe what has happened, find groups online, narcissistic recovery book groups, support groups, people you can talk to who will understand, people who are well versed on